Most people treat fitness like a New Year's resolution, chaos, vibes, and random YouTube workouts. But you're a tech bro, you build systems. You write shell scripts to automate protein shakes. So let's build your body the same way, with input, constraints, and feedback loops. I trained for years without a system, ate okay, lifted hard, and made some progress. Then just stalled. I was basically running infinite loops on a broken input. That's because I was guessing. And guessing doesn't scale, not in code, not in training. Fitness is an engineering problem, not a motivational one. You're working with a meat hardware, limited compute, and no documentation. And just like any prod system, it has limited resource, failure points, and version history. No inputs, no gains, no logs, no clue why you're stuck. Inputs are things you can control. Food, sleep, training volume. Outputs are what you get back. Strengths, body composition, energy. But garbage in, garbage out. You wouldn't feed your app a malformed JSON. So don't feed your body 3 protein bars and a dream. Then there are constraints. Time, stress, injuries. You're not operating in an optimized sandbox environment. You're running this build on legacy hardware while working 50-hour weeks. So you make your trade-offs. You don't spin up Kubernetes to serve a static HTML page, and don't run a 6-day bro split while sleeping 5 hours and living on caffeine and code reviews. Design around your limits. Now comes the feedback loop. This is where actual progress happens. You need to close the loop. Track your weight, your mood, sleep, hunger, and how your workouts feel. Don't build a dashboard, just pay attention. If you want to level up slightly, start tracking your calories. Not to obsess, just to know what's going in. You wouldn't let your CI pipeline run without logs, so why are you guessing your diet? I track most of this in EasyLift, the workouts, the recovery notes, and the stuff that actually moves the needle in my training. I built it out of frustration. Every app I tried was bloated, ugly, or clearly designed by someone who never touched the dumbbell. So I made something that worked the way my brain does. Totally normal engineering behavior. Not trying to pitch it, just giving context. Here is the stack I use. Mindset is the operating system. Everything runs on it or crashes with it. If your mindset is I want to lose fat and gain muscles at the same time, you are running 2 conflicting processes on limited hardware. The OS sets the rules. It's your goal to build, cut, maintain. If you don't know what phase you are in, don't worry, neither does your body. Nutrition is the fuel layer. Protein rebuilds muscles, carbs fuel your training, fats keep your hormones from rage quitting. But don't get stuck optimizing your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio before you have figured out how to hit your protein target. Science has nuance, and nutrition science especially is a dumpster fire of correlation and clickbait. Fruits isn't killing your gains. Your midnight Uber Eats history is. Fuel the system first, then worry about fine-tuning. Training is the logic layer. This is where the inputs get processed. If your logic is broken, like training once every 2 weeks and expecting muscle growth, your system won't compile. And no, the answer isn't buried in another meta-analysis or the latest hypertrophy podcast. Science is useful, I live by it, but it's not gospel. Anecdote isn't either, especially if it comes from some shredded guy yelling at you, train harder, with zero context.
Harder than last time.
It's somewhere in between, tested principles, consistent effort, and actually doing the thing. You don't fix bad gains by citing PubMed. You fix your logic. Recovery is the backend. No one sees it, no one compliments it, but it does all the work. Sleep, food, and stress management. This is your infrastructure. Sleep is the core, stress management keeps the system stable, and yes, food still plays a role here. But in recovery, it's about quality and consistency, not optimization. You're not fueling the lift, you are rebuilding the system. And yeah, I know backend devs love to act like the world would collapse without them, but if your backend is down, it doesn't matter how clean your frontend looks. The system still breaks. That is the stack. You don't need motivation, you need a repeatable build process. Next episode, we are building a modular training blocks that survive missed sessions, life chaos, and travel. Subscribe so you don't YOLO your gains.